I'm pleased to present this Disability Hate Crime DVD on behalf of the learning disabled community of Blackpool. Hate crime can take many forms, such as verbal abuse, intimidation, bullying, assault and physical violence. And as we know, there's been a lot of publicity surrounding deaths of people who have been victims of disability hate crime. Many people with disabilities are often victims of disability hate crime, and they experience such incidents on a daily basis. The experience of name-calling, staring and mocking can make their lives intolerable. During the summer of 2009, a group of local adults with learning disabilities and young people from Blackpool's Bispham High School Arts College came together and spent a week creating this resource to raise awareness of the effects of disability hate crime and incidents. In the course of the film, the young people will illustrate that their opinions of people with disabilities are often formed during childhood and influenced by the adults around them. The film will also show a series of incidents based on the real-life experiences of people with learning disabilities living here in Blackpool. The aim of this film, therefore, is to give you the opportunity to consider and, if necessary, change your views and attitudes towards disabled people.
Alright mate, got an in. Coke, I love this. You look like you drink an all, mate.
I've never really been around people with learning disabilities, so it's going to be a good experience, to get to know them as people, not as the label of people, because they've got the label of people with learning disabilities. So it'll be good to get to know them as individuals.
Yeah, we were sat around the table with them people, but nobody really spoke. We did smile, but we didn't really.
It's kind of hard knowing what to say to them, because I don't know, it feels like this feels really prejudiced, saying that, but you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't know what they think of you, and then they're probably equally as scared about what we think of them.
You don't know what to expect as well, if you do talk to them.
I volunteered to get involved in hate crime because of what happened to me in the past. Well, on the first day we got here, everybody was feeling nervous and we didn't know how the younger people would take us until they all got to meet everybody when we were playing the games. And then as the day went on, we all got to talking to them and doing bits of role play.
There was a very clear divide to begin with, which is expected to some extent.
Well, I think as well, in defence, for people, it's it probably stemmed from their parents, and most of your views are from your parents, so I think it's just a lack of knowledge. Yeah.
We started to talk more about not just crimes, but incidents. For example, there's one piece that features where it's about a gentleman who is lost in a public place and he's looking for his way out. Nobody will help him. He's disregarded. He's looked at with contempt because he clearly has a learning disability. And the frustrations and the upset and the anger going through his mind, we've kind of captured in one of the scenes. And although seemingly there's no crime, but the crime is the ignorance. And so we've tried to look at things in as broader an aspect as possible as well.
very much. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just scan them out for
Please.
you. Those are yours. Enjoy.
Thanks.
Okay.
Am I there? Over there, though. Just speak out, out, just no, be lost, out, help me, be lost, help me, out, really lost, out, really lost, help me, be lost, help me, be out, be lost, help me, be lost. Help me, be lost.
Are you all right? It's okay. I'll show you the way.
One of the other things is when you read information about hate crime, it isn't always just hate crime, and it seems to be often what's known as targeted crime. So there might not be any actual contact with the person, so it might be name calling or shouting or being abusive. So it can sometimes as well be quite subtle, the way people look at people, the way they behave towards them without actually saying any words.
You stare at my face. You upset me. I look into your eyes, they show me disgust. My stomach churns. You make me feel small. You stare at my face, I repulse you. I return your watch, you cast a withering sneer. You stare at my face, you unnerve me. I look back at you. You turn away from me, a cold, dismissive response. My stomach churns. You make me feel small.
I was reading there's been quite a few instances where people have been targets of crime, hate crime, because they've not been able to describe what's gone on, perhaps as they would like to, and then nothing's been done about it.
I discovered that Beverly's very conscious of the way that she looks and the way that people treat her as a consequence. And out of that came the story around a bus stop and the way that she was treated at a bus stop. Beverly was subjected to being pushed around by young people, by general members of the public. She was ignored on the bus, she was taunted on the bus, and all of those things are things that can happen regularly to somebody like Beverly.
Don't stand on my toe. Don't push me. Well, just nothing happens.